We're going to be looking at the 2025 astrology in this video. We're going to take the perspective very specifically two different directions. One is going to be people who are walking in a spiritual purpose, have a spiritual practice, know that they are called to something. You're walking in your word, you're doing your work. Okay, so that's one of the perspectives, one of the directives. The other one is going to be very specifically for people who are in a practice that includes some kind of fighting, protection, warding, baneful magic, death magic. For me, this includes ancestral magic, so discern for yourself if that's true. But war fighting sort of practice, clock it how you need to. Okay, it's gonna be different for everybody. Those are the two perspectives we're gonna sit in together for now. Because that's really who this video is for, all right? You got it working, you got it going on, you got a purpose in the spirit, and you know what's up. Or you're learning what's up, okay, also valid and true. Then let's talk about it. So the previous 3 or 4 years has asked that we learn how to fight in the shadows on our spiritual work, in our spiritual paths. Be blind, be around people who aren't kind, okay? Have your power kind of taken from you a little bit, but maybe not really because it was your power in the first place. And sometimes with Pluto, we have to have our power taken from us for us to realize it was even a power that we had in the first place. Okay, so clock that as necessary, lock it as necessary, and walk it as necessary. We're going to keep going on. So because of this very, very dark period that we've been in a spiritual practice, in a spiritual way, there's a lot of people who have been working individually and are just now kind of starting to come back to the world, come back into communities, come back together, okay? This year starts us understanding why we were prepared in the shadow the way that we were. Why do we have to be made aware of all those things that took our innocence? Why do we have to be around all those people who tried to take power from us? Why do we have to walk through these really, really, really hard lessons sort of blindly for the previous 3 or 4 years? This year has it going on a little bit. This year is it's not a different year in the sense that there's not a battle energy. It's a different year in the sense that the battle's not in the shadow anymore. The battle now is up in the light. It's where we can see it. It's bright. It's a different sort of tool set also. Shadow magic is very different than light magic, but they do balance each other. They go hand in hand. They work together. There are several different things that are playing into this. Saturn moving into Aries and Neptune moving into Aries is the spiritual order and perspective. We're creating new spiritual systems, which means there needs to be destruction. Very much associated with battle and war energy, however that fits in for you. May it be in love and elevation, true, okay? Because that's a lot of powerful words. So may that be in love and elevation, valid. And thank you, the highest spirit, true. True, thank you. Thank you. So that's one of them that we have going on. Another one is we have Venus retrograding, and that is going to be going through Aries and Pisces, bringing a retrograde and a reconsideration of our worth when it comes to spiritual practices, offering sacrifices, and war. Aries. Clock it, put it in the pocket. We're going to keep walking because there's more to walk through. Pluto in Aquarius, okay, associated with revolution. What does it mean to re-evolve? Revolution. What is that? It's re-evolution. There has already been an evolution of something and we are evolving again. But creative energy, again, requires a frantic frenzy, some sort of something related to battle, war. That's what crazy and frenzy are for. That's creation energy. Clock it, lock it, pocket, walk it. Here we go. The other one is Uranus. Uranus is moving into Gemini, associated with the witch trials. This year is not meant to be all smiles, but it is going to be a lot more fun and a lot more sun, okay? Also, I wanted to mention, too, that Saturn and Neptune going into Aries is associated with secret societies, or like people coming together in a way that is constructing new spiritual information in a way that is kind of secret, or maybe won't last forever, but does set up the foundations for new spiritual order to be brought through on a more larger, fundamental, maybe institutionalized sense later on. But that's not Saturn and Neptune and Aries. That's not the institutionalization of the spiritual practices. It is more the beginning, again, secret society sort of stuff. So again, clock it, lock it, pocket, walk it. Here we go. Like a pocket watch, can I get a little pocket watch it? Keep walking. So we're moving through in 2025. Okay, we're moving through a great amount of change. Spirit's been telling me recently, the highest spirit's been telling me recently, this is a season of change. That's for me. So discern for you if that's really true. But that's what spirit has been telling me. This is a spirit of change, a season of change, spirit of change, also valid. Love you, change, the spirit of change. And with change comes rearrange. Sometimes with rearrange, things are a little bit strange. My recommendations for our upcoming, really like several years. This year is going to be foundational, fundamental for the next 20 years. 11 years. Okay, so that's true. 20 years because of Pluto, and then we have 11 years with Neptune. It is as it is. So really this is foundation. So again, recommendation. Mental practices. Wrap it up. Wrap it up. Are you sitting with your awareness practices? Are you activating mentally speaking? Are you protecting your mind? Are you speaking good things over yourself? Are you speaking love over yourself? Are you speaking elevation over yourself? How are you elevating your head? How are you loving your head? How are you keeping your head truthful and in a direction, in a protection, in, again, a direction, because they go together, direction and protection. If you know your direction, you can keep protected. If you don't know your direction, who the heck has the protection? Do you know? Sometimes not me. That's true. Okay, so clock it how you need to. If you don't know your direction, it is very difficult to be protected. But if you know your direction, you know what's worth fighting for, so you understand what needs to be protected and how. And if you don't know how to protect it yet, then more than likely it will be presented to you on the path of how to do that. Love it. I'm very grateful for that. Okay, sometimes it's a little bit harsher, that kind of work, but sometimes it needs to be harsh. Remind us of the seriousness and the greatness of the world. It's humbling, sometimes it needs to be. And I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for the humbling that I have been through, and I'm grateful that I am creating. Because what is it to humble? It is to ground something. So if you are remaining in that humbling process, it's a grounding application over and over and over and over again. I'm very grateful for the grounding. Thank you for the grounding. I'm grateful. Thank you for the grounding. Plus, we have the North Node. I didn't even really talk about this yet, but we have the North Node moving into Pisces, which is new spiritual purposes. Highest spirit, what you got going on, huh? What you got? New spirit. However, you might need to sit with that. That is what spirit has had on my head and on my heart recently. I did write a blog earlier today. I haven't written a blog in a long time that was just blog related, no YouTube, no podcast, no nothing. So I wrote a blog earlier today about this topic. If you're looking for some more fundamentals that TikTok might not like very much, and that's all right. You know what? That's cool. There's a time and a place for everything. The blog that I run is a little bit less censored as it needs to be. So thank you for that. Just some more fundamentals and tools that could be useful and helpful. If you already know what's going on for you, congratulations. Keep up your brew. Easy. That's true. Also, it's allowed to be hard if it is hard. I had to tell myself that the other night. I was like, I keep trying to make things easy. I don't want to do if it's not easy. But then I was thinking about it. I was like, then let it be hard then. If it's hard, it's allowed to be hard. Okay, it is. That's my truth. So whatever your truth is, may it elevate you in love. True. But that's it. That's what I got for you. Gratitude, reverence, and love to you. Keep up your brew as you need to. That's true. And I'll talk to you soon.